The greatest investment that you could make is in yourself. I remember when I first graduated from high school, I was just a young 17-year-old who had no direction in life. I had a lot of ambition, a lot of intelligence, but I was lacking in confidence and, like I said, direction. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I'm sure that a lot of people watching this video can relate to that. A lot of people are very confused as to what they want to do in life. The fact that you're watching this video and, if you're subscribed to my channel, it means that you're probably seeking this direction. You're hoping that my videos and whoever else that you may watch or whatever other content you may consume will help you find that direction in life. And I do make that a primary goal on my channel to help people out. But at the end of the day, I can't find your purpose for you. You have to find your own purpose, just like I had to find my own purpose. However, what I can do is I can help you find that purpose. And I do that by making videos like this. Now, like I said, I was in your situation at one point. I was lacking direction. And, as a 17-year-old, I didn't know who or what to turn to because the people in my life, they weren't really living the type of lifestyle that I wanted to live. I wanted that freedom. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't really know what that meant at the time. But before I even knew what I was doing, I began to look into, the mindset of entrepreneurs. I began to read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and just spend a lot of my time consuming this type of information as opposed to trying to figure out what I wanted to do in terms of school and, my career and everything like that. Because I realized that a lot of the things that school teaches you to do, like a lot of the degree programs, didn't really suit what I wanted to do because I didn't want to be put in a box. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. And so, like I said, I began to do a lot of research as to, how you can be an entrepreneur and work for yourself. And like I said, I didn't know what this really meant at the time, and I didn't know that this was possible. But through my research, I remember there was one idea that really stuck out to me. And that idea is investing into assets. Okay, if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy rather, you need to invest into a lot of different assets, lucrative assets that will continue to grow in value and pay you more money in dividends, on a month by month or a year by year basis. That way you have multiple streams of income so that even if you decide to, take a break from your main hustle, you'll still be making money. True wealth is characterized by how long you can go without having to actually work, as opposed to how much money you're making. Because if you're making $1 million a year, but you never have any free time to actually enjoy that money and the lifestyle that it provides you, then are you really rich? You're rich in money, but you're not rich in time. You're not enjoying life. And this is why asset accumulation is very, very important. You need to invest into assets. But what is the best asset that you can invest in? The best asset that you can invest in, the single greatest investment that you can make, is in yourself. You are your greatest asset in this life. The fact that you are who you are, you're one of a kind. You're unique. No one else is like you. No one else can be a better version of you that you can be of yourself, no matter how hard they try. And on the flip side of that, you can't be a better version of anyone else than they are of themselves, no matter how hard you try. You are your greatest asset, and you need to invest in yourself accordingly. This is where you'll find not only monetary wealth, but spiritual, emotional, and mental wealth and health. And this is very, very important. Because like I said, what good is having all that money if you're spiritually broke? So what is the best way to invest into yourself? The very first thing that I would say you should do is spend more time alone. A lot of people have developed conditioning from other people and, they subconsciously try to be like other people. But like I said, you can't be a better version of someone else than they can be of themselves. So you need to spend more time with yourself. Spend more time alone. When you're by yourself, when you're completely by yourself and you don't feel like anyone is watching you or judging you, that's when you're being your true authentic self. A lot of successful people say that you're basically a mix of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. So if you spend a lot of time with yourself, you'll become more of yourself. And like I said, you are your greatest asset. So spending more time with yourself will essentially force you to become more of yourself. And as you become more and more of yourself, you'll become more and more valuable, and you'll be able to command more money in whatever it is that you want to do. This is something that I learned during quarantine. During quarantine, you couldn't really go anywhere. I still hung out with my friends every now and then, but I spent a lot of time by myself. I wasn't dating anybody. I wasn't doing anything. I spent a lot of time by myself, just keeping my head down, working on videos, writing a lot, doing a lot of things to help me discover more of myself. And it paid off, literally. Now I get money on YouTube for literally expressing myself. I just get on here and talk, and I'm able to help people with my words. And the only reason why I can do that is because I'm being myself. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be a YouTuber or, you need to be a content creator, but being yourself will benefit you in any situation because it'll help you remove the people that don't belong in your life. They'll naturally begin to fall away, and you have to let those people go. And you'll naturally find that you'll be spending more time by yourself, because when you're being yourself and you're on your purpose and you're on your path, a lot of people won't be able to keep up with you, especially if you're younger like me. I'm 20. Anyone from like 18 to like 25, you'll probably experience this. You'll spend more time alone naturally because people just won't be able to keep up with your mindset and your lifestyle. And that's okay. It's no love lost. But spend more time with yourself. Now, right along with that is deleting social media. Okay, delete social media. Get rid of those outer influences. I know that there is positivity to be found on social media, but a lot of times the negativity outweighs it, and it ends up canceling itself out, and you end up wasting hours on end on social media, just consuming when you could be creating in that time. Now, during that time in quarantine, like I mentioned, I was off of social media the whole time in quarantine. The only social media I was on was YouTube, and I spent more time creating than consuming. And this really helped me to discover more of myself. And like I said, this was a big part of the reason why I was able to grow to the point that I am now, where I'm at, I think, 9,000 subscribers. When you remove social media from your life and you're spending more time with yourself, you have no choice but to be more of who you are. And you'll find that you'll be creating a lot more, whatever it is. And you don't even have to share your creations with other people, but you'll create more naturally, because as humans, we are creators. It's just that from spending a lot of time on social media, we've been taught to consume, but by nature, we are creators, and we all have something to offer. Now, I'm not saying that you have to delete social media for the rest of your life, but take like 30 to 60 days and just get off of social media. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, delete all of it. Don't worry about if people won't be able to talk to you, because like I said, you're using this time to be by yourself and learn more about yourself. And if they have a problem with that, then maybe they don't care about you as much as you think they do. Now, the next way that you can invest in yourself and change your life is by reading books. Books are just a very, very efficient way to learn new things, because you can find a lot of information on social media and the internet and, all of these platforms, but a lot of the time it's hidden behind a lot of useless information and things that don't serve you on your path. When you buy a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's telling a story, but it's a lesson. It's a very, very condensed lesson. You are inheriting all of the wisdom that person has gained in one book. You have to realize how important and how powerful that is. Now, I'm not saying that you have to read for 3 hours a day or you have to read a book per week. I'm not saying that. Just read more. Just read something. Off the top of my head, 3 books that I would recommend are Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, and Learning to Love Yourself. I'll have the link to all of those in the description, but you don't have to read those books. Just read something that'll help you out in life. The next way that you can invest into yourself is by traveling. Travel. Get out of the house. Even if you're traveling to the city that's 3 hours away from you, just get out and travel and see new things. Expose yourself to new things. Looking at things on the internet is not the same as actually being there and interacting with the people there. Traveling is the greatest way to broaden your horizons. This is how you develop a lot of wisdom in a very short amount of time. By seeing the world. If you notice, a lot of people that travel a lot are a lot more mature than people who don't travel a lot. And they're more open-minded. And the reason why is because of the exposure of things. That's how you grow in life. You grow by exposure, by seeing different things. The next way that you can invest in yourself is by acquiring skills. Acquire different skills. Learn different things. Learn how to do things. That's how you make money. Whether you want to work at a job or start a business, if you want to make money, you have to learn skills. That's what college is about. College is about learning skills. But you don't need to go to college to learn skills. Everything that I've learned about editing videos and making videos and anything related to YouTube or even writing, I learned from the internet. I learned from watching other people or simply asking people who knew what I needed to know. And a simple Google search will go a very long way in acquiring skills. You can learn a whole language with just the internet. Acquire skills that make you more marketable. When you combine the skills that you acquire with the experience that you have from traveling and the authenticity that you bring from just being yourself, you become a very marketable person no matter what you're trying to do in life. So acquire skills. Look to acquire as many skills as you possibly can and become very proficient in those skills. This is how you get out of that cycle of having to trade your time for more money. This is how you bring more value to each hour as opposed to working more hours to make more money. Now, the next way that you can invest into yourself is by stepping outside of your comfort zone. Now, this is directly tied to traveling, but it also goes further than that. Taking cold showers, waking up earlier, doing things that make you uncomfortable. Because a lot of times when you want to do great things in life, you're going to have to face a lot of discomfort, a lot of trials and tribulations, and a lot of obstacles along your path. You have to be ready and willing to take these obstacles head on. And the only way you can do that is by learning to become comfortable being uncomfortable. And another great way to step outside of your comfort zone is by exercising, going to the gym. This is another way to invest in yourself. Take care of your body. Eat healthy foods. Develop a solid workout regimen. I'm not saying you need to go out here and become, The Rock or anything like that, but you only have one body. This is your only body. So, if you don't take care of your body, nothing else really matters. When you're in good shape, your aura and your energy is just different. You just feel different. You feel more alive. You feel like you're getting more out of life because you're maximizing yourself in every aspect. Mentally, physically, spiritually. Working out, it goes deeper than, what you can see. It goes deeper than the muscles that you gain. It's the discipline that you develop by, forcing yourself to go to the gym or to go for that run that you don't want to go on. That's going to translate to other areas of your life, and your perception of yourself will change drastically.